Good evening, folks.
And we're live again.
Again. Right back at it.
Yes,
This
sir.
Ted Hicks Late Night Parents. Please just follow the show, latenightparents.com. We got Brian TX, Cattle Skull in the house.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
The grand incredible Tony D.
People. What's good?
And a warm welcome return to for Mr. B. Mr. B, what's going on with you?
Bruh, I was in the hospital. Things got crazy. My stomach is doing flip-flops. It was insanity up in there. But we got through it. We got some antibiotics. We did some tests. I had this bacterial type situation going there. So I had some super antibiotics this time around. Might be they were concerned because they said the stomach situation might have been linked to COVID, because that's some new thing that's popping up amongst COVID people who are positive for COVID. There's some sort of stomach infection or something that's going around there, but no COVID. Had that situation there. Was supposed to come out sooner. Was there a lot longer. Got jinxed. I mentioned that in the group chat.
Got jinxed.
I got jinxed. I was supposed to come out sooner.
Jinx.
No,
but he got jinxed.
Somebody came. Did not want them to come. They did show up, and I ended up in the hospital longer than I needed to be. But thank the nurses, thanks the doctors and the staff over there, all them folks that were real nice. My stuff got lost in the mix, but the nurses found my stuff because somebody lied and said they gave it to a relative of mine, but they didn't. So the nurses found my stuff in the ICU there. I came out Monday, had some appointments. And I'm here. As you can see, I'm fine, so I'm here. Mr.
And
B.
you're back.
Yes, sir.
With the edge up.
Welcome back, bro.
Yes,
Welcome
indeed.
back. As I told you in the group chat, it got to the point where we talked during the week, texting each other back and forth, joking, talking about, rumor reports, things that are happening, social media, things that are happening in MMA and all sports. We hadn't heard from you, which led me. I know Brian, myself, and Tony started blowing your phone up.
Yeah. And I didn't have the phone when I got the phone. I was there. Thanks for y'all messages. Ted hit me up like 2-3 times. Like, bro, you good? You try to contact you. Yo, if you need anything, hit me up. Tony was on my case. Brian was on my case. Yeah, man. But my other homies hit me up, man. My uncle hit me up. Church hit me up. Everybody was like, yo, where you at?
Yeah.
We didn't hear from you. And I can't, and I'm like, I don't have my phone. My phone gone. They like, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there for days without my phone because they took my stuff. They put my stuff away. I can't get my stuff. I'm like, yo, this is nuts. So I'm sitting there for days without my stuff. When I got a room, I still didn't have my phone. So I was staring. I was just sitting in the room. And you got no TV.
Just watching TV?
I didn't even watch no TV because, you got to pay for the TV when you're in the regular room.
What?
When you're in ICU, the room, the TV is free, so you can watch TV. But when you in the regular room, no, you got to pay for that. I'm at Monte, bro. I'm at Montefiore.
You're at Montefiore.
Yeah. So you know how that goes. You got to pay TV. Yeah.
Is that
no more.
$8 for TV.
$8?
Hell
damn.
Yeah.
Like that, like over here, like no matter, even if you're standing at a free clinic, you got free TV. At a freestanding ER, you got a TV. In the room, if you got admitted to a room, you have a TV.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Rich, man. See, when I was a kid, I know when you're a kid, TV's free. When you're an adult, nah, you gotta pay for that, man. You gotta pay for that. And they hold your adulthood to like when you're 20.
Damn.
I mean your childhood to your 20. Once you become 21, that's it. You gotta go to the adult side. Yeah. But yeah, Rich, $8 for TV. When it's combined, it's like $12, TV and phone.
Big shout out to Fireman Rich and Nonsensical Nonsense Glick is in the
Mr.
house.
Bathurst.
Mr. Bathurst is in the house. Our regular show is in the house. We're back.
Hey, you picked up on that. Mellow, man. Just mellow. Mr.
B. Yeah, definitely. So I want to thank you gentlemen for being a part of the collaborative effort. We just hosted a 2-hour extravaganza with All About the Joy. But we are back because yesterday I had some dental work done and half of my face was numb and I couldn't talk. And that was the situation there. So we didn't do the show. We talked a little bit last night and we are back. Glad that Mr. B is back. Yeah, I guess we'll get into.
Before we even continue, I just want to say because I touched on it during the group chat. I mentioned the nurses and a lot of this stuff. FYI, we need more nurses in these hospitals. We need a lot more staff in these hospitals. These hospitals are packed with patients and not enough people to take care of them. I mean, there's some situations where they're sending patients home to come back.
Yeah.
To the ER. It's like that. It's crazy. And we need more of those people there. So I just want to throw that out there, man.
Shout out to all the nurses that are everywhere that dealt with, the issues all during the pandemic, not just with COVID, but everyone else who was dealing with all the other issues.
Yeah.
That they would normally deal with. Like, I'm sure like an ER is one thing, but you take an ER and you also intertwine it with RSV, upper respiratory infections, and everything else that's happening. It's a madhouse. So we salute you. We salute you. We salute you.
Yeah, because county hospitals, they're the ones that are booked up the most. I mean, I could speak from experience because I used to work at one, and you got patients lined up in the hallway. You got patients trying to get everybody balanced out. Then you have like ambulances being on divert, going from a level 1 to a level 2 to all the way to a level 4 hospital. And a level 4 hospital is pretty much like your basic clinic.
Yes.
And but I just but throughout the whole pandemic and everything, which that's a sensitive issue, but I just think that they should reevaluate everything and be more concerning about people's personal well-being versus the national well-being.
I also want to say, it's crazy that you're in the ambulance and you're being driven to a hospital, and then you got to hear over the speaker, "Yo, we're packed. You're gonna have to drive somewhere else." That's crazy. In the middle of an emergency, hey, we don't have enough room here. You're gonna have to drive somewhere else.
Yeah,
you gotta go to another location. Like,
yeah.
What?
At both level 1 trauma facilities that I worked at when I was an ER technician, we would have on the board, on divert, like all the hospitals in the medical center, on divert. Even the ones that are in the surrounding series like Katy, Sugarland, Pearland, Woodlands, all those hospitals on divert.
Not so, man.
What does on divert mean?
Meaning you got to go somewhere else.
You got to go somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of my best friends who lives in Maryland, his father had a stroke. They were trying for I don't know how long. He lives in Maryland. They drove from Maryland to DC to Virginia because the hospitals were jam-packed, and he passed away.
It's insane.
Now, granted, this was in the middle of COVID, but he couldn't even. So he was having a medical issue, and the hospitals were so packed. It's basically what Brian was saying, on divert, going from next to next to next, to the point where when he finally got there, that was it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I had a coworker. Two of them got in an accident. They was coming home from work and got hit by a truck. They took him to a local hospital. Then they had to move him to a hospital 5 hours away in another state.
Right.
So I totally understand what you're saying. I do know of a situation similar to that. That's why I tell you, I'm glad you're back. And one of the reasons why I was emphasizing so much during the illness rating of the world, if you will, get up on your health, because you don't want to wind up in a hospital. You don't know where the hell you're going to wind up at.
Yeah.
Because it's around the corner don't mean your ass going to be there.
It's true.
But you know, just being real with it.
Yeah, man.
And the thing is,
I appreciate that. Yeah, man.
It's
really true.
As we segue from that,
Mike
wants to know: are you doing the football show tomorrow? Tomorrow, meaning since today is officially Saturday. Are you doing it on Sunday?
It's 11:37. It's not Saturday yet.
Oh, okay. So
we still got time.
We still got time.
I don't think I'll be doing it tomorrow. Depending on how tomorrow goes, and it's looking like I probably won't make it to work. It probably will be Sunday.
Okay.
I think I'll be in place to do it on Sunday.
Okay.
So
got it.
Get ready for that. Can we do a show? Sure. Bathurst, I have seen you up there. I've seen you working. Damn, it looks like you're recruiting people to do your own damn football show. That's I'm not mad. The door will be open for any and everybody. Matter of fact, I think touring is good. Mike, I think you should do something tomorrow.
Touring the AFC South. Salute, buddy.
Patton, what's happening?
During the day.
Patton.
I'll try to get some time in the afternoon if you want to jump up and do something. I think I'll be able to open the door for you. Let me know. But Sunday morning, if I get everything done tomorrow, Sunday morning is looking real good. Last week was pretty much my bye week for the season, if you will, as of right now. But things are looking up. Actually, things are looking a little bit better. I didn't realize what was going to happen with what was going on this week, how things are going to change to my favor. Things may be looking up for me to be able to do something Sunday.
So, but Tony, if you don't do this on Sunday, are you basically saying you're following the Jets schedule since they have a bye week? And since you are a super fan?
You're more of a super fan than I am. I'm just a
word. I was thinking of Ted the other day.
I'm a Justice League member.
I was thinking of Ted the other day, man. When on Sunday, Jets beat the Eagles. I said, "Look at this." I said,
that was a very big day for Jets fans. That was a very big day.
I was like, "What?"
That's enough to get. Listen, that's enough to get everybody's contracts extended.
For real.
And did I not say, as you saw on Thursday night, are y'all going to start taking the Jacksonville seriously now?
Yeah.
All right, Jacksonville.
But we didn't trust
Jacksonville.
We didn't trust the Saints, the Aints. We didn't trust them. Well, at least I didn't trust them.
Mike, you bugging.
So, hey, I guess this is the Belt Kings Fantasy Football segment.
We can do that.
Sponsored by Tony. Who's our sponsor?
It's gonna be me for right now. I'll let your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'll let your boy.
I'll let your boy. All right.
Well, put them damn things away.
K Swiss.
Sponsored by
K Swisses.
K Swisses.
K Swiss is pimping on deck.
Yo, what you guys think about Roger Goodell getting a 3-year extension to 2027? He's been the commissioner since 2006. He makes $50+ million a year.
Well, it was 40. Is it 50 plus?
It's 50 plus.
I was quite surprised, but he operates the madhouse, so hey,
There's no succession planning with him. It's just
Yeah.
him, and
It looks like the owners are pleased with him, and
he does their bidding.
Let me give him this credit. At the end of last season, one of the things I told everybody was, look at how even the records were. The talent is evenly spread, and I think that's a good marketing tool because there was no real one dominating team if you look at all the records of the season. So from that aspect, I could say his extension is warranted. Like, he knows what he's doing. They've all made money. They've all profited. The whole league itself has been growing economically. What are you going to say against his leadership?
Yo, that media deal, the minute he signed that media deal, 10 years, $110 billion, I said,
it was a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. He got it. You know what I'm saying? Holler at your boy. Listen, holler at your boys real quick. We'll do the podcast for. We ain't even trying to break y'all's pockets. One of y'all can afford us while the rest of you are using a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? We can use a little bit of that cheese because I understand y'all going overseas with everything, but we don't need nothing. Just kind of match my income for the annual. You stand it for a couple seasons. Give me 2 seasons.
Brian, Joe, with any quick takes on Roger Goodell and his 3-year extension?
Man, he got his extension, man. He's doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? Let him do his thing.
I think that, like, as far as the NFL being in London and now going to Germany, I think he should go ahead and reinstate having the NFL Europe. So that way, Jacksonville, Buffalo, for those that are season ticket holders, they're not robbed of a home game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
That'd
should. I think because now that football's picking up, he should just go ahead and reinstate the NFL Europe.
Joe, any thoughts?
Nah, that's actually not a bad idea, Brian. I think if anything, expand. Get a little expansion, little football expansion. Other than
Joe,
that,
your favorite Shad Khan keeps threatening if he doesn't get $1 billion of public funding, he's going to take his team to London.
Yeah.
Is it bullshit or not?
No, he's for real.
Yeah, he's for real.
He's for real.
Yeah,
saying that for years.
Yeah, he's looking. Yeah, he's looking for big time stuff. That's a big roller. That's a high roller right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna look to make those moves. Best believe
no disrespect to the Asians, but when they say they shit, they fucking mean it. You ever had one as a doctor?
I do.
Mike Hatton says he's shopping his podcast right now to some networks. Mike,
nice.
Make it happen.
Oh, Bomani Jones.
The Ringer.
They did him dirty.
Call the Ringer, man. Get Bill Simmons on the line right now, Mike.
Oh, I like that. Nice.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, man. HBO did him bad, man.
For the show.
Wow.
Yo, was it like in a 2-week or 3-week or a month period where he got clipped from HBO and from ESPN? He didn't get a renewal?
And you know what's crazy about Bomani Jones?
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be on his own. He ought to have his own podcast because he's raw. He don't care. That's probably why they clipped him. He probably said something he wasn't supposed to because he don't care. He will say what he wants.
I would have thought Bomani, and this is a question for Mike and also for all of us. I thought Bomani would go with Metalark and Dan Le Batard.
He did his time with Dan Le Batard because he was on highly questionable.
Yeah.
Dan Le Batard actually missed him when Bomani left. Dan Le Batard was crying.
Yeah.
It was partners. They had a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that show did its time because they was up there with his pops. There was a hell of a fire show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just trying to do his own thing. I want to see him make it. I like him as a sportscaster. He's not traditional. He's good with his opinion. He does his homework. He's about another version of Leverage. I would love to see the two of them do a show together, but they may have ran their time. I just want to see him make it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see
All
him. He didn't want to return to Levitar. Yeah, he did enough time with Levitar, man. They was great on HBO. They actually added a half hour to my television because I would watch that before I watch Around the Horn and PTI.
Right.
Yeah.
That was great television.
Yo,
Pardon the
sidebar.
interruption. That's the PTI, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Quick sidebar. You know, I was telling y'all about boxing. Showtime is moving away from boxing and the MMA stuff.
We're gonna get into that.
They're moving away from all sports in general.
Sports, not just boxing and MMA.
What?
All sports. So the basketball vertical done.
Gone. Inside the NFL gonna be gone.
Go, JJ, go. You want to do something? Go.
That's ugly.
So that means no more Hard Knocks either.
Well, that's HBO.
That's HBO. That's HBO. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
HBO's going to be fine. Them other networks need to pick them sports up and stop playing.
Yeah.
Movie channel.
Yo, they're getting out of all sports, Joe.
All sports.
I mean, HBO's been covering sports forever. They need a break. Let the other networks get it. They got their money.
No, we're talking about Showtime. Is done.
So like with everything.
You know what? We talked about that a few months ago. We talked about that a few months ago. What's Showtime going to do now?
They're just going to get eaten up by Paramount.
They're going to get eaten up.
The Showtime app will just become part of the Paramount.
Yeah, part of Paramount.
They might as well they might as well merge like Cinemax and HBO.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Because also, where does all that smoke go?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Go?
I'm trying to figure that out. They just started that thing and picked it, and Showtime picked it up.
Yep.
Bonkers, man.
Encore's gonna have to pick up on somebody. Encore's hurt.
I don't
know, but that's wild, man.
What do you guys think about that this past week? And maybe you don't think about it because maybe this is a question more for Tony and myself. To see Aaron Rodgers out there walking around, no crutches, no this. I'm just like, is he injecting dragon's blood into his Achilles? Like, what is happening?
Moneybag Yo said it best. He's doing too much.
Basically, Aaron Rodgers got time. He got time, man. That's what it is. He got time, and he got a willingness to do what he got to do to get back on the field, bro. It's weird.
Want me to get started on this for real? Can we do this?
Did he go to Germany already to get the whatever procedure done?
Might have.
Mike,
yeah.
That is hilarious.
Aaron out here making deals with the devil at the pale of midnight. 5 weeks later.
Everybody saw that tendon pop on TV, and now you see it.
Exactly, and this man was just there in the warm-up gear.
Come on, man.
Sweater just throwing the ball.
We're about to have a conspiracy theory
segment. So I was watching it on my phone. And I'm like,
y'all keep it up.
Yeah,
you see that, right? And I'm telling like as if somebody's next to me. You see that, right?
Brian, what you think? This is some homeopathic medicine that he's trying, or
I mean, I know with medicine and technology evolves on the daily. I gotta look into like what are the new surgical procedures of that particular injury, because I know with my injury, like I had an ACL tear. So what they did with mine was they took a tendon from my knee, my tendon, and used that as a replacement as a tendon.
Yeah.
Now they can like artificially put one in without having to use without having to cut your tendon, because your tendon could regenerate. So I'm just kind of curious of like, what are the new strategic medical procedures now?
Well, you think he got a cadaver tendon up in his joint? They boosting that joint up with some plasma, some super
or
next
level some heavy duty spider wire fishing line. I have no idea.
But man, oh man, yo, because he got his like his little travels that he does.
Right.
And he does a whole bunch of other stuff to get his mind right and his body ready.
Because like D'Amico Ryans, when he played with the Texans, he was done for a whole year.
Nah, he definitely didn't.
He did. Yeah, he didn't come back to like week 4 or week 5 of the regular season of the next year. I mean, he was out for a whole year.
Aaron didn't have
Joe, do you think? Do you think the ayahuasca is helping?
It could be. It could be. Or somebody's really investing in Aaron Rodgers to be giving them some high level treatment, man. Because you just don't have that type of injury and just show up the way he did. Nah.
Right.
I mean, and then on top of that,
that's wild, man.
And then on top of that, what really is, I mean, whatever surgery he had, that could be done on a younger person if they were to bounce back early. But he's up there in age. He's like a year or two younger than me. So, like, I know when I need to get my other knee operated on, I know there's going to be like a different procedure than it was that I had on my left knee back in '96. So, I don't know. Like, it's questionable. I don't know. Maybe they may have taken a tendon from a horse.
I was just gonna say that too.
Use a tendon from a horse because they have like ridiculous, skeletal structure. I don't know. It's just
a tendon from a horse. Somebody go to bed. I ain't doing this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Take a piece from a horse, man.
I mean, I'm looking at all probabilities.
I've never heard that.
Because that's
looking at all probabilities.
That's beyond the norm, man.
Yeah,
that's beyond the norm.
Think about it. You look at the muscle skeletal structure of a horse.
Mm-hmm.
How their tendons are, how they do, and I mean, what's the only common injury that a horse will get will be a broken bone, right?
Yes.
So the tendons and the muscles are super ridiculously strong. So maybe hypothetically, it's a possibility. Chances of what percentage? Very low, but
he can emphasize his ivermectin stance with this now. That's what you're telling me.
That could be it too.
It's out of bounds, man. Whatever it is, it's out of bounds.
Or he ate a bowl of mushrooms. Who knows?
No.
Let's get the JoJo for pass on
we got some sorcery going on, man. And even this week with the games, we had sorcery, man. We had some crazy sorcery.
Can you? I mean, I didn't think the referees could get any worse.
Oh my God!
It's and these people are established people. These refs are attorneys. They have prominent positions in their other career.
Right.
It's like they're so horrible with some of these calls, these phantom calls.
Terrible.
Bro, we're not getting pass interference calls. We're not getting freaking. This is the pass interference calls are the calls that are really ticking me off in a lot of these games, where it's blatant pass interference and we're not getting those calls at all. And it's kind of like, yo, what the hell?
Well,
what the hell's going on here?
Now you have like you have the offensive pass interference now going on.
Yeah, that's not even going on, man. Like, what are we doing here, man?
Don't get me started.
What are we doing here, man?
Don't get me started.
One thing I was super happy about,
mm-hmm.
the man that was out came back for the Rams, Mr. KUPP.
Cooper Kupp.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. And did he make those yards? Yes, indeed.
I had to drop Atwell.
Over 100 yards. Over 100 yards in his return. Oh my God, man!
Who drafted Puka Nacua, and who knew about him?
I don't know.
I tried.
That man's a terror.
One of them beat me to the punch.
So you or Brown?
That man's a terror. The Lions are still a terror.
Yes, they are.
We
Yo, are
got
the Lions for real? Are the Lions for real? Or they're gonna?
the Lions are for real.
For the regular
Lions are
season,
for
they're
real.
for real. You got to win a playoff game. The Dolphins are for real. The Dolphins are the problem right
Oh, we don't even got to talk about the Dolphins are in their own league right
now.
now.
Dolphins are a problem right now.
They're on their own league.
What sucks right
Waddle's
now?
back. Waddle's back. Hill is a
Waddle.
menace. Hill is just a few away from breaking a record right now.
Yo, 6 games and almost 1,000 yards.
Yes.
You know who else is
Tua's
a
playing
problem?
on his top notch right now. And that boy monstered.
Tua's been a problem.
Mostert,
You know who else is getting in there? Cole Kmet, tight end for the Chicago Bears, is getting numbers.
Yes.
He's
been one of the few productive guys out of the Bears, too.
He's getting numbers. Adam Thielen on the Carolina Panthers wide receiver.
Yes.
Thielen,
yes.
You know, we, and I've had them on the bench because I wasn't sure what Thielen was going to do. Cole Kmet's been on the bench because I wasn't sure about the Chicago Bears offense, and it's cost me in a couple of leagues.
Yeah.
It has cost me.
And it's been the QB play. It's not even the receiver play. It's been the QB.
Quiet as kept. You already
as
knew
far
this.
As the Bears go.
Good to see what came back. He came back after a 3-game suspension, had one bad game, and been on the road since. Alvin Kamara, running back for the New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
Lord.
Yo,
yes.
Shout out to
and
Brian.
That boy Nasheed, Nasheed from New Orleans Saints, he's been on the road.
I got him. He was on my bench. He's on my taxi squad in my taxi league. I had to bring him up. And also, I want to throw his name out there, too. I just lost it. I just lost it.
As you're thinking about it, I want to give a shout out to Brian. 5-1 in Belt Kings.
Yeah, Brian slapped me though.
Never thought it.
Brian slapped me, man.
Yeah,
I'm against Tony this weekend.
My only loss was to Tony.
Yeah, his
me against Tony. And had I had my phone to make my switches, I could have, but I lost to Ted.
Last year, I got to give props to my main man. I picked him from the draft, doing a big wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, CD Lamb. Lord have mercy.
Yes, CD racking up. CD racking up.
Yeah, I would have to say, like, on my part with my team, just man, Raheem Mostert, Michael Pittman Jr.
Yes,
and then Adam Thielen.
Yes.
I mean, and then my kicker, Justin Tucker.
No question.
I mean, and then I have like the Detroit defense. And then on my other NFL league, I mean, big props because I have the double effect, the 1-2 punch of Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill.
That's the problem.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sam Laporta.
Rod St. Brown, yeah.
You got
and then now David Montgomery. I have David Montgomery on my bench because he's out.
David Montgomery was doing big things when he went down too.
Yeah, and then I mean I have the Jets defense on the other league, and then I have Garrett Wilson. I have Breece Hall.
Mm-hmm.
But now
Breece Hall.
Yeah, so I have a lot to contribute now. Like,
he's been good.
I mean, now on the nonsense
is to people who are watching, it's Breece Hall, not Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall is also there. He's also killing it.
Right.
Yeah. Breece.
But Breece, yeah.
But on the nonsensical nonsense, again, Raheem Mostert, DeAndre Swift, Christian Kirk, Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, Ravens defense, Justin Tucker.
Brian in the role.
Right now. See, that's the problem with Brian's lineup. Brian's lineup is damn near impossible here in this fantasy lineup. When I see it and I'm like, yo, how am I supposed to rack up points against this dude, man? Like, half my dudes is staying. Nick Chubb is out. I'm like, God damn, man. These dudes are going to rack up like 20-something plus points early. I'm done here. I'm dogged by over 50. I'm like, yo, I'm gone.
I got CMC in one league, and he doing the damn thing, too.
Yeah, I mean, like last week, I mean, I got Tony by 100.
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
Yeah, he did.
Bitch slap.
That was his revenge game.
That was a revenge game. I was like, I think I avenged my loss. But I mean, but that was like my second win out of the nonsense. So I'm like 2-4 on the nonsensical, and I'm 1-5 on my other ESPN league.
Right behind Glick and us in his league because me and him were at the top first.
Rich, did Ted send you our picks? Ted, it was Bathurst, Ted, and myself. We all made our picks for week 6.
Brian could
Okay.
send
That was last week. I don't think that's this week.
Brian could put his picks on your YouTube broadcast if he ever listened to what I told him.
Mhm.
Worry about it.
I'll just send it to the group chat and just we'll FedEx it
I
somehow.
don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with y'all.
I'm sitting here emotionally unstable because Debo Samuel's out.
Yes. I saw Debo was hurt. Debo's a big blow for the 49ers.
Yeah, man.
He was there when they went to the Super Bowl, and I saw him. I actually drafted him. Yeah. Debo's no joke.
No. And he's that combination of him and CMC, man. Jeez.
And Brandon Ayuk. God.
Yes. Nasty. Just nasty, man. Jeez, nasty work, yo. Nasty work. Bengals beat the Seahawks. Dog the Seahawks. Actually, it was a tough game. But I don't know, man. My dude Tyler Lockett, man. What's going on, man?
I don't
Lockett
know.
ain't locking it up, man. What's going on,
I was
man?
rooting last Sunday. Last Sunday, I was rooting for T-Mobile. Tyrod Taylor. T-Mobile was rooting for him, and as usual,
I think
he fell short.
Well, he's playing pretty well. I think it's becoming predictable as a QB.
But he's showing you why he's a backup.
Yeah, because they have him on the Browns, but he can still play the position.
All right, question.
Yes.
You think after this year, it's time for Coach Belichick to hang it up?
Yes.
No.
He's never going anywhere.
And if he doesn't hang it up,
he's never going anywhere.
Is it time for Mac Jones to be gone from New England?
Mac Jones, yes. Belichick, no.
I'm not sure. I think Mac Jones gonna pitch the ball more, throw it, give it to your backfield, keep to the short pass. You got a 2 tight end set. You've got blockers, but it's not happening. They already know he's gonna throw the ball to. Let your runners run. Because you got Zeke. Zeke got his numbers the other week. All he needs is the ball. You can't give it to him every play. But you got to spread the offense out a little bit more now. What may be happening is too many plays. The New England pitchers are known for having a lot of offensive plays. Brady just knew them all. He caught them. I don't think Belichick done this season. By next season, he will be.
Nah.
And I do believe they need to run that ball more, though. I really do believe they need to run that ball more.
But the problem is with the Patriots offense, and I said it numerous of times, it's that running back carousel because it's like each running back has their own quarter, but it's at random.
Yeah. But that's what the Patriots do. They're always switching plays up.
Yeah.
They're always switching up plays. That's a lot to remember.
So that's why like I have nobody on the Patriot ever since like I had Sonny Michel and all that other stuff was going on. I was like, I'm never drafted a Patriot because it's like you have no idea who's a starter.
You don't know to get the ball enough.
Because that boy Jones, man, every time I see him snap the ball and he take them steps back, I'm just praying that offensive line holds. And Jesus, man.
Yes.
Jesus.
So which one is
collapse, man? Or they get dogged.
Which one's worse? Danny Dimes, Mac Jones, or Russell Wilson?
Mac Jones.
Ooh.
Yeah. Danny Dimes. Damn, that's a tough between Danny Dimes and Mac.
Or Derek Carr.
Paid, and I didn't even understand why he got paid.
No, it's crazy.
1 year with Dable?
Derek Carr get beat up a little bit, but Derek Carr gets his yardage. He been getting some of his yardage.
Derek Carr.
It's not the same because New Orleans, I don't know, man. But
New Orleans has a Derek Carr problem. Man. New Orleans has a Derek Carr problem.
All right.
So Belichick is having his first really bad season, so I think he's good. Yeah, he's good. New England just needs to overhaul the players on the team. Do you remember like last year, it was like Joe Judge, before O'Brien returned. Joe Judge was like the OC. There was like, or it was like the offensive assistant. And
it was like what Todd Daly. That was
one. It was one of those situations where I'm like, okay, as much as I'm not a fan of Mac Jones, you got to remember, and I said this before on Bell King, when you have a quarterback and they have 2 or 3 years where they had different OCs, different quarterback coaches, different quality control coaches, not doing anyone any good.
no. But someone managed, like DeAndre Hopkins managed when he was in Houston, had like different coaches and different like offensive schemes.
Right.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, you remember like 2 or 3 years ago, it was a Monday Night Football game, and Belichick called a game, and Mac Jones threw 2 passes. He threw like 3 passes. He went like 2 for 3 for the entire game. They ran like a running play every play of the game. Yeah. Joe will remember because he's a Patriots fan. Can't win like that.
Nah, man.
Saints were flat. He watched the game. Get up for the box score. It's the quarterback. Get the ball to Kamara. Stop worrying about it.
Or utilize your tight ends and your wide receivers on a slant or a post or just a simple screen.
Yeah.
All right. I know we talked about it before, but we closing it down on Justin Fields.
No.
He's out.
He's gone. He's gone.
I know I had to bring it up.
He's gone.
I watched Minnesota. I bring it up because Cousins is my backup QB. He hasn't been doing well this season. He has picked up his yardage, but not winning the games like that. But they did beat the Bears. The Bears had 2 of their QBs play. Combined, they didn't get past 100 yards.
That's not good.
Which was horrible. It's
like 95 yards. He threw for like 95 yards.
They had the backup and Fields play.
Yeah.
And I just looked and I said, damn. That's all I said, just damn. Because you see Justin Fields' last 2 games, he was trying to get those W's, man. He was playing hard. But damn, man.
I have a question, and I'm trying to see the upside to this.
What's up?
So on my ESPN league, I accepted a trade. Basically, the trade is I get DJ Moore and he gets Tony Pollard. Now, mind you, in the last, Tony Pollard's best game was week 1. But ever since then, it's just been, I've been getting like 4 points, 6 points from him. Not much production. Now my question is, do I get an upside of getting DJ Moore, even though he's going to have a different quarterback? Would I get a better result out of DJ Moore, or would I regret my decision of letting Tony Pollard go?
That's interesting.
That's a tough one. That's a good question. That's a good question. Pollard's supposed to get the ball more than Moore because he's the primary running back.
Correct.
He's supposed to get the ball more. But I think Pollard's going to get injured faster than Moore will.
And then also too, what I'm thinking is, because I think like with DJ Moore working with 2 different quarterbacks, maybe he might gel with one of them and maybe have a better production than I would get out of Tony Pollard.
Right.
So I'm being optimistic, thinking I did make a good decision, but then part of me is like, well, they're going to go into bye week, they're going to reevaluate, kind of did the what if scenarios, but I'm just kind of wondering, would I get a better result by getting DJ Moore, or would I get a better result by keeping Tony Pollard?
Rich got jokes.
Rich, I don't think he's coming.
He's not being traded.
He's got no trade clause. Number one. And if I was Kirk Cousins and they wanted to trade for me, you are giving me an extension of 3 years at $33 million a pop.
I did trade Tony Pollard. I do have DJ Moore now, so I no longer have. But however, as a contingency plan, because since CMC went down on my on the nonsensical, I still have Mostert, DeAndre Swift, Bijan Robinson, and that's it. And I have Devon Acne, but he's on IR. But in my other league that I made the trade on, in return, I got Zach Evans. And then since CMC went down, Jordan Mason of the 49ers. And as another following contingency plan, I picked up Elijah Mitchell from the 49ers just in case. If CMC does not return.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to roll the dice with that one.
As you know, Belt Kings Fantasy Football. This is just a segment. You can catch the full, raw and uncooked version. There's so many different people that guest star on this live stream every week. We know Tony D will be there. We know Fireman Rich co-hosted with him. Sometimes you'll see Michael Bathurst. Sometimes you'll see Brian TX. You might just see, depending on the time it starts, you might see Mr. B. And if I am in the field,
right,
able to give you a live feed, I'll be there.
Right.
Bell Kings Fantasy Football every Sunday, 10:30 Eastern Time.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. B, we've been missing you, bro.
Take him away, Joe.
B-sides with Mr. B.
You're overdue, bro. Take him away.
We haven't had a B-sides for 4 weeks. UFC 294. Holla at us.
UFC 294, man. Boy, oh boy, it's been a minute since I've been on here talking about this stuff, but I'm going to talk about this stuff right here. We had 2 UFC Fight Night cards happen since the last time I've been on this platform here. Man, we had a card that was in between a Bellator card, a Bellator 300. Was supposed to be 4 title fights, ended up with 3 title fights. If I remember correctly, Liz Carmouche retained a flyweight title, being her friend, teammate, Lima McFarlane. Chris Cyborg continued her women's featherweight run in Bellator, being former UFC title challenger Kat Zingano, and the cousin of Khabib Nurmagomedov, Usman Nurmagomedov, beat Brett Primus to defend his lightweight title. On the other side, Bobby Green fought Grant Dawson, demolished Grant Dawson in like 30 seconds. Just straight punch, ground and pound, finished him. Ridiculousness. The card after that, Edson Barboza, who's been in the UFC for over a decade, beat Sadiq Youssef in a 5-round insanity fight where Edson should have been finished in the first round, but came back with a spinning wheel kick, caught Sadiq Youssef, damn near finished him in the 3rd round, and then muscled up and just destroyed this dude in the final 2 rounds using some really good old school fighting tactics, nice body work, and takedowns, which is a rarity for Edson Barboza, but he put that work in. That card that was last weekend was fantastic. But we're talking about what happened in those 2 weeks while I was gone. The UFC 294 card, which takes place this weekend, actually tomorrow, it will be tomorrow, 10 Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, are the prelims. The main card starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. No. Yeah, right? 2 p.m., 11 a.m. Yeah, that's right. That's right. 10, 7. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow, taking on the number 2 and the number 3 pound for pound fighters, Islam Makhachev defends his lightweight title against the featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski. During the time I was out, Islam Makhachev was supposed to fight Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira got injured with a cut, and because of the cut, he had to drop out of the fight. Along with that, Ikram Aliskerov, who's out of Russia, who's made a crazy splash knocking out Phil Hawes in the first round with a 1-2. If anybody doesn't understand, that's a punch, a left hand punch, and a straight right hand. Knocked him out with that combination. Was supposed to fight Paulo Costa, who's one of the top 10 fighters, but Paulo Costa got an elbow surgery, so he was out. Aliskerov still on the card. Hamzat Chimaev was supposed to fight. No. Hamzat Chimaev was supposed to fight Paulo Costa. There you go. Paulo had the elbow injury. Aliskerov was supposed to fight. Oh, yeah. Aliskerov was supposed to fight Nasruddin Imavov, but Imavov pulled out. So Aliskerov got a new opponent. We still have the main event. But now Hamzat Chimaev is facing the former welterweight champion, Kamaru Usman. Usman will be making his first fight as a middleweight, stepping up in weight to take this fight. This fight, this card will be live in the UAE, Abu Dhabi, the United Emirates. This is a super insane card. A lot of fights taking place. 13 to be exact. We have Bruno Silva versus the debuting Shara Magomedov. This is the one-eyed fighter who's undefeated. Yes, he has one eye. He is a multiple-time kickboxing world champion. He is a grappling champion. Will be making his debut. Legally blind in one eye. We're going to see some amazing stuff. Victoria Dudakova will be fighting Jinyu Frey. Nathaniel Wood will be fighting a guy by the name of Muhammad Naimov. Naimov will be dropping down to featherweight for this fight. He made his debut as a lightweight, knocking out Jamie Malarkey, which was a shocking win, but yeah, it happened. Mike Breeden missed weight, but he'll be fighting a guy by the name of Anshul Jubli at lightweight. Shadriq Dumas will be fighting Abu Azatar. Azatar hasn't fought in some time due to injuries and some other stuff. So we'll see how he does. A nice scrap in the prelims between Javid Basharat and Victor Henry. Henry's been fighting in Pancrase for a couple years. Basharat is a team member of Extreme Couture. Both of these guys similar in style. Will be a very good matchup between old and new school. Muhammad Yahya will be fighting Trevor Peak, which is crazy. Then we got Tim Elliott, the veteran, versus Muhammad Makayev. He's a young kid out of Russia, trained in the UK, had some medals in wrestling. Pivotal matchup between these two. Then we got Said Nurmagomedov versus Muin Gafarov in the main card. Ikram Aliskerov is fighting Warley Alves. Alves is an old veteran. He'll be moving up to middleweight for this fight. God bless him, because Ikram is going to probably more than likely shred him to bits. Johnny Walker versus Magomed Ankalaev, two of the top 10 guys in the division. Ankalaev, he's kind of been on the decline in popularity. Johnny Walker, he's picked up some good wins recently. Pivotal matchup for who will be next in line for the light heavyweight title. As I mentioned, the Usman Chimaev fight, which is going to be nuts. And then the Makhachev Volkanovski fight, which was a 5-round classic the last time they fought. It will be how... Oh, yeah. Got to mention this, too. This dude, Volkanovski's taking this fight on 11 days' notice. So has Kamaru Usman taken his fight on 11 days notice. So it's going to be very interesting, even though the thing is that, yeah, Kamaru's taking this on 11 days notice, moving up weight. Volkanovski's taking this fight on 11 days notice, already fought this guy. What things has he improved on? What's his gas tank going to look like? Because Makhachev trained for a whole fight, for a whole 5-rounder. But Volkanovski's striking looked good the first fight, but Makhachev managed to hang and actually do better than him in the stand up. But I don't think Makhachev expected that wrestling, that takedown defense, and a lot of the things he did wrestling wise against Makhachev, or that 5th round. So it'll be very pivotal to see what's gonna happen there. There's 3 boxing fights as well, but I'm only gonna tell you one to watch, because I think it's the more important one out of all of them. It's on the Zone. It'll be Jack Catterall, who's 27-1 in the lightweight division, versus the former title champion, George Linares, man. 47-8. Linares will be taking this fight here. Very pivotal fight, man. Nice card there on the Zone. Check that out if you have the time. And that is all. Yes, sir.
Got it.
Nice.
You can catch the B-sides with Mr. B Thursdays? No. Sometimes it's on Wednesdays. I used to catch you on Wednesdays around.
It's always Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, 4 p.m. or are you not definite with a specific time?
Well, the one I did this week, I did it a little later because I was kind of busy, but because of a busy week. But it's 4 o'clock. I'm locking that down. 4 o'clock.
4 p.m. Eastern.
1 p.m. Pacific. Yeah.
I tell you this much. 4 p.m. The one thing I learned on the previous platform, 4 p.m. is the best time to do a live stream or your podcast globally. That's the hot spot. That specific time, because it meets a lot of people's needs.
Thanks, Rich. I try my best.
But also, if I may add,
yes,
October 25th, Wednesday, live and free on Rumble, Power Slap League 5, 4 title matches. The Crazy Hawaiian versus Bacabello.
Yes,
for the Super World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern.
The World Heavyweight Championship, the Bell versus Bernard. The World Lightweight Championship, Wolverine versus Turpin. And the World Middleweight Championship, Davis versus Rodriguez 2 for the Slap Fight Power League.
I want to punch this guy in his head. He refuses to not let go of this power slap bullcrap.
Power slap.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Power slap.
Yeah, I know power slap is next week. Yeah, the Crazy Hawaiian. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing him slap because they're super heavyweights. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes.
And both
plus they got this
undefeated.
one psycho dude who's like light. I think he's at light heavyweight. This dude is a lunatic, but yo, he got slapping ability for real, and he'll be fighting for a title. No, I think he won the title, so I think he'll be fighting for a title or defending his title. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. There's Invicta too next week, so I'm trying to watch that too.
And Fury and the who is coming up. Is that next weekend?
That's next weekend. Fury and Ngannou, yes.
Francis Ngannou is going to change the world next week.
Yes, and we may need that because after last weekend with the Zone and the Misfits boxing, the Logan Paul nonsense.
I'm so happy you didn't talk about that stuff.
I touched on it during the B-sides, just a little bit, not a lot, because I just felt that those two fights ruined the whole card. If you just wanted to watch entertainment,
yes,
and it was entertaining. All the other guys fought very entertaining boxing matches, but those last two fights just really stunk up the place.
Joe, those last two fights gave me the same feeling I felt watching Mayweather Gotti.
God.
And
Yeah.
it's just like you turn it on the TV and you're just like, you know what?
I'm good. I'm good with that. Yeah, that's what you wanted to see. I'm good with that. Yeah.
Like my stomach hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, what is this? I've upset. I have upset balls. I need to go.
Yes.
Yeah. For real, it was just that bad, man. It was bad.
And for anyone that saw the previous broadcast, no enema needed for that. Okay, so we'll go to one of the topics for the week. Tony D, you still alive? Or are you on Memorex? Okay, Tony D is not alive with us. He is comatose.
Smoke,
what's going on? Three tips for a healthy workplace. I don't know how many of you, and this is really more for the men, how many of you are working at a desk job? You know, it's been a tough 2 or 3 years with COVID. You sat at home, you did remote work, you didn't move around as much, but just letting everyone know, did you know 41% of Americans will gain weight as a result of the desk jobs? Yes,
Facts.
it's all about what you're intaking into your body, your posture, and staying hydrated. So if you followed us, here are some words of advice for those looking to shape up the office. Try a standing desk. A standing desk not only improves your posture and core strength, it's also a welcome change of pace to an everyday routine. Number 2, Brian, would you like to read number 2?
Separate food from your office social life. Many workplaces link food to employee interaction through events such as birthdays, client meetings, and holidays. Learning to socialize without food can make for healthier and happier employees. All right.
And number 3, Joe, Mr. B, would you like to read it?
Gotcha. 3, bring a water bottle. Many people eat throughout the workday, not because they're hungry, but because they're bored. Bringing a water bottle to work not only helps with hydration, it also goes a long way towards eliminating cravings. Wow.
There you go. Those are your 3 tips for a healthy workplace. If you're just returning to the office, we hope you are
Yes, indeed.
hydrating and doing the right thing. Sunday Night Smoke, what's going on, brother? Rich Roberts said, workplace, what's that? We're not all like Rich Roberts. He is happily retired. Rich,
yep.
Rich, I think about retirement every day.
In a red state.
Oh my God.
Bubblehead Nuke says, was an essential worker, so I never worked from home. Good for you.
Yes, indeed.
Rich Roberts says, hydration, very important to do during work hours.
That's very true.
Sunday Night Smoke says, Rich, bring a 6-pack. Get out of there, Smoke. Bubblehead Nuke says, I've been doing intermittent fasting, OMAD, so my rule is I only have water or black coffee at work. I eat at home with my wife. I don't eat at work.
That's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Rich Roberts gives the thumbs up to Smoke, saying bring a 6-pack. LOL. You all will get there someday. I'm telling you, man, I'm thinking about it. But with that, that's it. We've done 3 hours of streaming tonight. We did the bonus hour. Yep. Big shout out to all About the Joy. It was a great collab mega show tonight where we came out of our comfort zones to talk about relationships, all aspects of it. And we had a mixture of folks that were up there. from married to single to divorced to dating to I don't know what the category is. So great collab with them. All the best.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to Brian, to Tony D, who I know has to go into work tomorrow.
Yep.
JoJo, is great having you back.
Great to be back.
Glad to see you. I'm telling you, you had us a little nervous. You had us a little nervous. We were talking about it every day. We were just like, yo, where is he? Anyone heard from him? And it was just like, nah, I ain't hear from him. I ain't hear from him. I was like, yo, let's just start blowing his phone up. And I tell you, it got to the point where I was like, yo, you know what? Don't make me drive up to the Bronx. Yeah. I got no problem.
Yo, I really thought you were, man. I really thought you were. I heard the message, man. He's like, yo,
you heard it in my voice. You were just like, I was just like, yo, hit me up.
Yeah, hit me up, man. Where you at? We looking for you. Then you like, yo, if there's anything, let me know, yo. I'm like, all right.
Or what I said, I left him a voicemail.
Oh my God, this dude Brian, bro.
What did Brian? I know Brian said something.
Brian said something. Why? He said something about.
I said he probably got involved with that with one of the migrants and got married.
Yeah, he said watch out the migrants. Bro, what? I said, what type of nonsense? Where's JoJo?
Dude. Yeah. All right. Based on that, want to, like I said, thank everyone who was in the comments. To Smoke, Rich Roberts, aka Fireman Rich,
the homie Glick,
Nonsensical Nonsense,
yes indeed,
Bubblehead Nuke, Torrin Mike Patton, aka the General, touring the AFC South,
yes,
and you, and also big shout out to Mike Bathurst, for indeed. Being there with us. We are out. We will see you next Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We will ride out with Thursday Night Football. Peace.
Good night, everybody.